Pirate News Radio, Pirate News Radio, Pirate News Radio.
Kilo 9, Fox Whiskey Hotel, number 459, Mexico, November 3, Oscar Charlie, check 73, Mike Delta Charlie.
This is the core, where we broadcast our pirate signal and hack to the Matrix.
I'm okay. Man, I didn't even see it. Good Lord. I'm fine. Hey, watch the dog shoot. Maybe you stay right there. When I came around that curve right there, I noticed you all, and I looked over at you, and the time I looked back, you all were hollering at me, and I didn't even see that rock fall there. I'm lucky to have hit it in a way to not get too hurt. My dog here, she probably took a pretty good hit, but she's all right.
Spring came a day early for John Smith as he cruised Highway 129 near the Chilhowie Dam.
Friday afternoon, enjoy a few hours out on the bike with a little bit of warm weather. We've been waiting on it. We're just taking the back roads to nowhere.
But the open road no longer includes the Dragon in Tennessee. The scenic, twisting stretch of Highway 129 attracts thousands of tourists to the mountains each year, and the road's 318 turns also invite accidents.
Depending on what day of the week, sometimes it's 3 and 4 times a day. The Dragon is very dangerous. When the accident happens, the clock starts.
The state shut down the Dragon from the rockslide all the way to the North Carolina line, in large part because to reach an accident victim in Tennessee, emergency crews would have to drive an extra 100 miles to get around the rockslide.
I don't know of another route to get there. Well, we couldn't. We can't get by the rockslide.
And until the Dragon reopens, Smith says he'll take advantage of the other scenic routes in the area.
This isn't the only road to ride. Foothills Parkway is a good crossover. It's some beautiful scenery. Certainly want to live the ride another day, so that's the main thing.
I wanted to touch on another topic here, the last final bit of the show that is getting talk all over the United States about how Blount County this week has had a controlled demolition of a public highway. And apparently U.S. Highway 129 through Blount County, the final 15 miles up there before you get to North Carolina, has been closed for the next at least 4 months by a rock slide. And the entire road is closed, even though only 100 feet of it has rock on it. They've closed the whole thing all the way back to the state line. And the word is, among motorcycle riders all over Tennessee and all over the United States and all over North Carolina, is that they suspect this is done on purpose. This is a conspiracy to demolish this highway, to close it, because of all the press, all the heat the governor's been getting to try to shut it down to motorcycle tourism. And they've had up to 36 police officers out there on a 22-mile stretch of road the last 3 years. Death rate goes up when they do that. That's not the same as putting ambulances out there. It's not the same as training riders in how to counter steer, which is steering left to turn right. So it's ethnic cleansing is what it's going to put these business owners out of business. They just came off the winter, 4 to 5 months with no business. They're just now reopening, and boom, suddenly this happens. And they're not going to use dynamite to knock the rest of the mountain off. They have to knock the mountain the rest of the way down. And they can't use dynamite because of the hydro dams that are nearby. So they're using inflatable balloons, which are silent. So I didn't know this, but apparently you can do a controlled demolition of a rock slide without making any noise. You just climb the mountain, inflate these balloons, the rock flies off,
No.
and you've got yourself a big old contract for millions of dollars.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the rocks coming down the mountain are going to have a repercussion.
Right, you're going to hear the rock hit the ground, but
right, and that is going to have an effect on the hydroelectric strata. Just as much as if they would have a, using it's a bunch of baloney. So you can use a small controlled demolition just as well as you could, because the small controlled demolition wouldn't. Well, I'm not an expert. I don't know. I'm just thinking logically, and so
right.
I don't know that, but I do know that obviously boulders coming down a hill and landing on a road are going to have a geologic impact.
I'm just saying that
so
if there were, that's the word. It's still rumors until the final contract is signed. Who knows?
I see.
But the point being is that if they did do a premeditated rock slide initially, you would not have to hear a dynamite and then the rocks fall. For the neighbors wouldn't have to hear that.
Yeah.
They could do these inflatable balloon things, knock the rock down, and then say, oh, we've got a mess to clean up for the next 4 to 6 months. Oh, we got to close the road to motorcyclists and automobiles for the next 6 months. We've got to put all these businesses out of business, maybe permanently,
sure,
during a depression when they need the income and they're not on unemployment anymore. So it's really suspicious to these people, considering the prior history, bad blood with the law enforcement up there. And we do have a Blount County sheriff who's in court records saying that he can murder any government employee of Blount County, murder their entire family, murder their pets, and burn their house down and get away with it. That is the current Sheriff Barong of Blount County saying that in the case of Knuckles versus Barong in the 6th Circuit up in Ohio in U.S. District Court. So, we've got controlled demolitions are now wide open government policy since 9/11 and before, with the bombing by the FBI of the World Trade Center in 1993 with Imad Salam, 100 hours of court testimony of hidden audio tapes of the FBI ordering the bombing to go forward and give them the bomb and pay them $1 million and give them immunity. So controlled demolition is now a normal policy of our government, and as I said on Jack's show, that was my government job, was controlled demolitions of active U.S. military bases in highly populated areas of England using C4 to detonate nuclear bombs on the bases. This is probably done on every nuclear base we got in case there needs to be a retreat from enemy invasion. So controlled demolitions is a normal. Controlled Demolitions Incorporated, the owners of that graduated from college from UT Knoxville, College of Civil Engineering. They got 7,000 government contracts to blow up 7,000 government buildings, including the Oklahoma City Federal Building, before John DeCamp, attorney at law, could get General Benton Parsons to do an investigation or to inspect the columns for blast inside the building. So CDI has a history of covering up this. They got the contract after 9/11 at the World Trade Center for $3 billion, along with another Knoxville company, BFI. Browning Ferris Industries, the CEO of that, is the one I sued in class action for theft of my cars, running massive car theft rackets with the police. And this is normal government policy. We got to keep an eye on them. Maybe some whistleblowers will come forward knowing what's going on in Blount County, or it was just a highly coincidental accident. But it's very suspicious to a lot of people.
983-0891. John Lee is our guest host today. It's piratenews.org, and the content is all his. And we don't try and censor or control the airways as we comply with the FCC regulations. Good afternoon, caller. You're on the air.
Yeah, first-time caller. Just listen to your program. I have no earthly idea where this gentleman's getting it. When nature takes the course, all the wet weather, the cold weather we've had, the highways freezing and rock solid and all.
Yeah, I agree.
The gentleman needs to go to school to understand things, because everything is not a conspiracy in our country. Our country is in bad shape, spiritually, morally, but everything is not a conspiracy.
And what is your job? What is your job, caller?
Pardon me?
What is your employment job right now?
I'm in the retail business, sir.
Good.
Yeah. And enjoy your show.
Okay.
You got a great station, and enjoy listening to you, and you have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Appreciate your call.